and welcome to our Women Crush It Wednesday live interview with one of our newest gifted artists, Jillian Schimmel. Hi, Jillian.
Hi. Thanks so
We
much for
are
having me.
Well, thank you for joining us. We are beyond excited to be able to get to ask you some fun questions and talk to you this evening. So Jillian has created an exclusive line of tabletop and beautiful serveware pieces that we just launched as part of our 'Tis the Season collection. I, of course, have a couple of my favorite pieces here with me that I wanted to just show you guys. Of course, with the amount of coffee that I drink, our Lafayette Avenue Ceramics latte mug set is one of my faves. And Jillian, I think I forgot to mention that your brand is Lafayette Avenue Ceramics. So Jillian Schimmel is the founder and CEO and artist extraordinaire of Lafayette Avenue Ceramics. So like I said, I've got my favorite latte mug set, but then also the poles. These are another one of my favorites. It's a hybrid between a plate and a bowl, and they come in a set of 4, but these are just the perfect dish for eating all of the things, all of the foods, your soups, your salads, your saucy casseroles, ice cream, all of the above. You can eat it out of a pole. So, and then this also gives a little sneak peek as to what the design aesthetic is like, but people don't want to hear from me tonight, Jillian. They want to hear from you. So let's launch into some questions. So first up, I like to always ask where people are from because I think it just gives some good insight into who they are. So where are you from? Where are you now? And where did you grow up?
Thanks. Yes. So I am from Philadelphia originally, definitely an East Coast girl at heart. My whole family is still back there. I moved out to Phoenix, Arizona, where I currently live. I moved out here in 2008. I went to ASU, go Sun Devils, and I started my business right out of college. And I'm still here in Phoenix, soaking up the sun and making pottery every day.
Living the dream. Okay, so from East Coast to West Coast,
Mhm.
that is so cool. So I know you've always been an artist, but you kind of officially made this career after you overcame a battle with thyroid cancer. So what can you give us the story around that?
Of course. Yeah. So in my junior year of college, I was 20 years old and I got diagnosed with thyroid cancer, which was so scary to go through. But it's actually not a life-threatening disease. So, it was, we were able to kind of manage it. But it really made me consider what I was eating, where is our food coming from? And I really started doing some more research into living a more natural lifestyle, eating more sustainable, healthy, homegrown, home-cooked foods. And at the same time, I was studying ceramics, and I had always loved making functional items that you can use in your kitchen. And so I decided to kind of merge these two together and create a business around encouraging people to cook at home. And what better way to do that with handmade dishes?
Yeah, I love that. And then this year, especially, everybody's cooking from home. So you might as well be cooking on some beautiful dishes, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah, this is the year. This is the year to do it.
It is. I love that story, Jillian, how you turned something that was a challenge in your life into basically your career and such a positive thing that really touches a lot of people and has given you a career. That's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a challenge, but it was really interesting to kind of have that learning process and get to know kind of a whole other side of things that I hadn't, been able to learn yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
So from where do you draw your inspiration, both like aesthetically and yeah, aesthetically mostly?
Yeah, there's so many cool places to find inspiration. Being from the East Coast, I definitely grew up going to the beach as a kid. I love the ocean. I love to swim and be outside all summer long. And in Phoenix, I mean, I moved out here and just totally fell in love with the desert landscape, all the cacti, the sunsets are amazing here. And so that's really where I draw my inspiration from. All our color palettes are all nature inspired. And that's really what I love to look at and love to bring into my work.
I love that about your designs. It's definitely evident. The ocean and the desert, they seem like opposites, but you do such a great job of meshing those two ideas into your designs.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I feel like they're very calming and neutral and just pleasing to the eye. I love that.
Yeah, I want it to fit into every home and, really be accessible and relatable to a lot of different folks.
Yes, well, you hit that nail on the head. Okay, so we touched on the fact that your brand is called Lafayette Avenue Ceramics. So what is the story behind the name? Like, where did you get that from?
Yeah, so Lafayette Avenue is the street in New Jersey where my family is from. My grandfather had a house there for many, many years, and it's where I would go as a kid and spend summers. And I just really remember there was this old house that he lived in, and it had this bright red door, and that's where I always remember driving down Lafayette Avenue, and we knew we were there when we saw the red door. And so it's a lot of fond memories for myself and my family, and that's kind of what I wanted to bring into my brand.
That's so cool. I like the way you describe it. I have just a clear mental picture of that house with the little red door. And I think that that translates to so many different people. Like I remember my grandparents' house had like this flagpole and a flag that they were always flying. And that was how I knew like we are there. So I love that you named your business after that as well.
Yes.
All right. So, in talking about our products that you designed exclusively for Tate and Zoey, can you give us some ways to style them?
Yes, that's honestly one of my favorite parts of this business is doing photo shoots and getting to style the stuff with fun food. I definitely make sure that you've got great lighting. Natural lighting's the best. Spend some time cleaning up your kitchen, maybe move some of the clutter out, maybe put up a nice jar of flowers if you have some fresh florals on hand. And mix and match, have fun with your dishes. That pole was really cool. You can put all kinds of stuff in there. You can pair it with a mug. You can use something that I really like to do is take my berry bowl or my colander and just put like lemons, limes, oranges in there. So there's so many different things that you can use these items for. And so kind of have fun with it when you're doing your photos.
Yeah, I love that. And the color of the collection mixed with like a lemon or a lime, that almost that pop of color looks really cool in photos.
Yeah,
And then I remember you telling me yesterday when we were talking, you had a tip about using a small amount of food when you're taking pictures. Like everybody's so into taking pictures of their products now, right? Like they want to post it on Instagram. They want to show everybody what they're eating. So can you give us that tip real quick too?
Yes, of course. And I was just thinking about this today. I love a big piece of cake as much as the next girl, but when you're taking photos, maybe like pare that portion down a little bit so you can really see the shape, the size, and the color of the plate that you're photographing or the bowl that you're photographing. So just kind of like keep that in mind, shift your food off to the side so you can highlight that color.
I love it. Well, we are just beyond excited to get to feature you as one of our gifted artists, and everybody has already had such a great response to your product and the collection as a whole. So what would you say inspired this particular collection, the one that you did for Tate and Zoey? What inspired it?
Well, first of all, thank you. I love to hear that your customers are loving this product. It was really fun to make. It was fun to design. And you guys were great to work with through this whole process. So, but yeah, I designed the Tate and Zoey line specifically from an existing kind of collection that I had come up with a couple of years ago. I made a line of dinnerware very similar in color and style to this line. And, when we started collaborating, it was really great to pull that kind of like ocean watercolor look that I had already been doing and make these new pieces for Tate and Zoey that are really giftable and just like really fun in any kind of a kitchen. So that's kind of what inspired it, a really beach themed collection that, we can transfer over.
Yes, I love it. And I love, listening to you talk. I love listening to hear your emphasis on the functionality. Like you want the pieces to be beautiful and be able to sit out on your countertops all the time, but also be functional. So they're not just decor pieces. They're pieces that can be beautiful and be decor, but also you can use them.
Yes, definitely. That's something that I love to emphasize with people as well. Thanks for bringing it up. Everything is, it's fully food safe. A lot of people are like afraid, like, oh no, is this going to break? Like, no, you can put that in your dishwasher. You can kind of stack it in your sink. They are strong. They are durable, especially this Tate and Zoey stuff. I mean, that's like a really quality produced item that you're going to have for your lifetime.
Yeah, everything is 100% stoneware. It's dishwasher safe. And then also, I was just reading that the color of the year next year is a variation on the color teal. Okay. So look at that. We are so trendy.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's transition. Let's talk about holidays, because I know you gather a lot of your inspiration from people gathering around together to share meals together. So this year, obviously that's going to look very different for a lot of people. So what are some ways that you feel like people are going to make the holidays special this year?
Yeah, that's definitely something we're going to have to come up with this year and kind of make new again. Is the holiday season? I think is going to be. I think gift giving is going to be really really important because if you're not able to visit your friends or maybe your older relatives like grandparents, sending a gift, sending something that they can use every single day and remember you is going to be, and think about you is going to be really really important. And Tate and Zoey makes it so easy to just like send a really thoughtful gift to a relative.
Yeah, and now that you say that, like these pieces from Lafayette Avenue Ceramics, our collection with you, are just perfect, the perfect gift, because if you can't be there with the person to eat the Thanksgiving meal or the Christmas meal, you can eat on a really special serving piece that was given to you by that person. I don't know if I said that well, but
No,
did it make sense?
That's a beautiful thing. I like to say we cook with our hands and our heart. And that's exactly the same way that I make my potteries, with our hands and our heart. So if you can have something really special in your kitchen that was sent to you by a relative that, maybe can't be with you this year, it's something to remember them by. So I think that's going to be a big, big part of holiday celebrating this year.
Yes, I love that. You cook with your hands and your heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good little nugget.
You.
Okay, so obviously you're an incredible artist, but you're also a business owner. So, that's like juggling your left brain and your right brain. So what is your biggest struggle in trying to do both, and how do you overcome that struggle?
Oh, well, yeah, it was definitely a learning curve, kind of learning how to make all this beautiful stuff and use my creativity to my advantage, but also navigating the ins and outs of running a business. I mean, there's a ton of logistics and shipping and navigating my lease contract, and kind of pulling that all together was a huge learning curve. But I've actually found that it's really, really fun. And, it turns out I love color-coded spreadsheets, and I never thought I would, but this business has really taught me to kind of use that organization, use my calendar and all that stuff, and kind of work the business into the creative side as well. So, it's been a big learning curve for me, but it's been fun.
So you are what we call a unicorn. You are a creative type that also deals in spreadsheets, and you stay organized and focused. So that's amazing. I love that. Very cool.
Thanks.
Okay, so as a female entrepreneur, girl boss, do you have a favorite quote?
Yes, I do have a favorite quote. And I was really thinking about this recently is, oh my gosh, I'm totally drawing a blank. But Justice Sonia Sotomayor said, don't mistake don't mistake kindness with a lack of strength. And I might have just butchered that quote, but you get the gist there. Don't mistake, your patience and your friendliness with like a lack of business sense. And that's kind of what I relate to as a female business owner. I think we have like this really unique balance that we have to walk, is being like a really friendly, personable artist type who sells to the public, but also like, kind of setting up policies and making sure that we're running our business really efficiently. And that's something that can be a difficult balance to navigate as a female business owner.
I love that. Yeah. So say it one more time for us. Don't mistake
patience with a lack of strength.
I love that. Another good little nugget from Jillian.
Oh, thank you.
So what would you say is your favorite thing about being a female entrepreneur?
I love the people that I've met along the way. I've met some really just rock star ladies along the way, and it's been so great to meet different people from all industries. I mean, I met restaurant owners, bartenders, candle makers, all different, chefs, everybody from all walks of life, and it's been just a joy to meet all these people.
Yes, the network is amazing. And, I just have to give a huge shout out to #girlpower. The future is female, right?
Yes, I think that's something that we can all rally around, and, it really brings us together.
Yes, for sure. Well, thank you so much, Jillian, for taking the time to talk to us today. For all of you guys watching, if you want to check out all the pieces in our Lafayette Avenue Ceramics collection on Tate Zoey, you can find those at tateandzoey.com under our Gifted Artist tab. But Jillian, where can everybody find you on social media?
Yes, our Instagram is at Lafayette Avenue Ceramics.com. Sorry, and then our website is Lafayette Avenue Ceramics.com. So super simple. You can shop, you can browse. We have a lot of really fun behind the scenes on our Instagram as well. So make sure that you look out for those.
Yes, and your Instagram, I have to say, is just gorgeous. Like I mentioned earlier, I love looking at your pieces because they're just so pleasing to the eye and aesthetically calming. And your Instagram feels the same way. So
Thank you. Well, I have an amazing photographer. She's great. So she really helps.
that helps.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again so much, Jillian, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you so much. It was great to see you today. Bye.